Reading books are just as important to the bedtime routine as brushing your teeth and putting on your pajamas. According to the National Institute for Children's Health and Development, it takes 1,000 hours of lifetime activities, be it talking, reading, or singing, to give young children the skills they need to read. If you start at birth, a single half hour a day is enough to ready children for kindergarten.
I think that it's important for a parent to start reading to their children early on. In fact, it could be right when they're born. You bring the child home and read stories. Obviously, your newborn baby is not going to understand what you're saying, but it's wonderful parent-child bonding. And for the child to merely hear the mother or father's voice and be in the mother and father's arms and look at something, a book that's colorful, or just feel skin to skin with the parent, I think it's very advantageous for forming that parent-child bond.
Young children love one thing the most: moms and dads. Just cuddling in the lap of a parent makes them happy. They associate moms and dads with good things. When you add a book, that association extends. They're happy being with mom or dad reads to them, ergo, they're happy when they're reading.
As time goes on, the child will start understanding more and more, and it's a great way for children to learn language. Oftentimes the books that you're starting with are simple, one word, one phrase books, and each page will show a word associated with a picture. And once the baby understands that there's actually a sound that is associated with that picture, that's the hook that you need to start language.
Many studies show that the benefits of reading extend well past our language abilities. Books encourage imagination. Storytelling forces them to imagine how that bunny hopped from the forest to the meadow. Reading literary fiction expands our capacity to empathize with other people. When you have to understand a character's motivation to understand their actions, to understand the story, you begin to consider and empathize with the motivations of other people in real life too. Books contain a more diverse word set than we use in everyday conversation. When children are exposed to more words, they're able to express themselves better, and with that comes confidence, self-esteem, and higher academic standing.
And there are some wonderful studies that show the more that a child reads, even if it's for 10 minutes more a day or 20 minutes more a day, and consistently reading every single day, the number of words that the child is exposed to increases exponentially, as opposed to a child that doesn't read. This provides a tremendous advantage to the child when she enters school. Understanding what she's reading, reading comprehension, starting early is very important, and starting good habits of reading is very important.
A 20-year study also showed that just the presence of books in the home can be a strong predictor of a child attaining higher levels of education. The presence of books has just as much influence as having highly educated parents. Ultimately, access to books, and therefore access to words and learning, could be one of the most important tools we give children. And besides, the nightly bedtime routine wouldn't be the same without bedtime stories. I'm Dr. Mike Rosen, and you're watching the eHealth Network. Stay healthy.